The Bourne Identity begins in a similar fashion to its movie counterpart. An unknown character is found floating in the water off the coast of France in the Mediterranean Sea. He is saved by a passing fishing boat and is taken to a doctor. The doctor shows us how the man dragged out of the sea is not ordinary. He has been shot several times in the back and once in the head, but is still alive. The doctor also finds a microfilm in his hip, the only clue to the past of the man who eventually awakes with amnesia. Over the next few months, he recovers from his wounds and then leaves to discover his past. The microfilm tells him to travel to a bank in Zurich, Switzerland, where he discovers his identity, as well as a deposit of several millions of dollars.
My name is Jason Bourne.
At this point, Jason is overjoyed to know what his name is, but more questions are now raised about his past. He also finds out that he works for an organization called Treadstone in the United States. Soon after discovering this, he is attacked by people unknown to him. While escaping his pursuers, he kidnaps a woman named Marie. She is later kidnapped by people who want Bourne dead, but Bourne rescues her, leading them to fall in love and her to help him discover his past. Bourne believes going to Paris will help him discover his past, so they leave Zurich. In Paris, they begin to piece together Jason's foggy past. They uncover that he is connected to an international terrorist and assassin named Carlos the Jackal. This revelation makes Bourne believe he could himself be an assassin or a minion of the Jackal. He discovers one of the Jackal's outposts, infiltrates it, and interrogates the person in charge. They tell him that he was an assassin who killed high-profile targets to challenge the Jackal's supremacy. Eventually, a United States intelligence officer contacts Bourne. They set up a meeting with Bourne believing he will finally get the answers he's been looking for. The officer tries to kill Bourne, but Bourne kills the officer first. He now knows that Treadstone, the company he worked for, is trying to kill him. At the same time this occurs, a politically prominent figure by the name of Villiers makes things more difficult by killing his wife. Wait, how is this related? Well, his wife turns out to be the Jackal's cousin and lover, and has been feeding information to him for years. This event gives Bourne something to work with. He decides to take responsibility for killing the Jackal's cousin, to draw him out and kill him. He decides to leave for New York and kill Carlos where Treadstone was located. Soon after Bourne's departure for the United States, Marie and Villiers also make the journey and try to convince U.S. intelligence that Bourne is not responsible for the demise of Treadstone. Carlos and Jason battle it out, but Carlos manages to escape. However, what little memory Jason has is enough for him to vaguely recognize him as a famous figure. Afterwards, Jason is brought in and told about who he really is and what his life was like before his amnesia. Now, enjoy this scene that best exemplifies the novel.